the energy, the faith, the devotion, which we bring...
Hello and welcome to this special edition of The Culture Show. Our focus is the Kennedys, that remarkable dynasty whose political and cultural legacy lives on in America and beyond. Now, it's 50 years since John Fitzgerald Kennedy was sworn in as America's 35th president. But even now, the family have the ability to make news, as the History Channel in America discovered to its cost when its $30 million miniseries on the Kennedys was pulled, following accusations of historical distortion, political bias, and salacious muckraking. But the miniseries has sparked a bitter war of words between its creators and those who regard it as an attack on the legacy of the Kennedy family.
I think the Kennedys hold a special and unique place in American culture because they represent hope. And that was part of what I believe they were consciously attempting to destroy.
Action!
Even before the miniseries had been cast, it was engulfed in controversy.
In February of 2010, a filmmaker named Robert Greenwald, who is a well-known liberal, reached out to several historians, people who knew the history of the Kennedys, in fact, some who were even close to President Kennedy and worked in his administration, because Greenwald, who used to work in the TV film business, had been sent early copies of the Kennedys' scripts and was concerned about what he read.
Its essential core, its essential heart, its essential DNA says over and over again, sex and power, power and sex, sex and power. And boy, there must be easier ways to get laid than to have to become president of the United States.
This was very early drafts that this filmmaker, Robert Greenwald, had received. He objected to it. He had put together a YouTube video and had people like Ted Sorensen, who was the speechwriter for JFK, as well as a collection of other historians, basically just trashing the scripts.
Every single conversation with the president in the Oval Office or elsewhere in which I, according to the script, participated, never happened.
We reached out to 5 historians, including 1 or 2 who've been very critical of President Kennedy on a policy basis. But every single one of them responded quickly that they would participate and that they would go on camera because this was, in fact, a political hack job.
If you are an historian and if you care about the truth, this is very hard stuff to read. And if it's filmed the way it's written, it will be just heartbreaking.
Greenwald certainly was not just presenting the film as an act of journalism, but also as an act of advocacy, that he regarded the film as a smear on the Kennedy administration and was actually asking people to come to the website, sign an online petition, or get involved otherwise to help, as he said, stop the smears.
So we had very high engagement with Kennedy smears very quickly. And the numerical result was over 50,000 people, and I think it was about a week signing a petition. That's a serious number of people, and it helped get the History Channel's attention.
We hadn't even finished writing the scripts when that had happened. We had not even begun to vet the script historically for historical, fine point accuracy. We were, as I said, just getting first drafts down so we could look at it and see if the blueprint was right.
The channel had actually spent several months during production having established historians review the scripts, review the finished films, and determine was this as historically accurate as it could be portrayed. But there had been condensations of timelines and telescoping of events that still concerned the historians, that even though this is the kind of thing that maybe you see in a film like The King's Speech or The Social Network, if you call yourself the History Channel, can you still show this miniseries?
In January of this year, the History Channel in America announced it would not be airing the series. It has been shown on the History Channel in the UK and now on the BBC.
They had said something to the effect that the reason that we're canceling this is that this level of historical fiction didn't live up to the brand of the network. That was a fiction. That press release was a fiction. That had nothing to do Again, historical inaccuracy had zero to do with the cancellation, so their statement was not accurate.
Apparently official.
The motives behind the History Channel's decision remain unclear. It's been reported that the Kennedy family pressured the channel's board not to show the series, apparently alarmed by Joel Surnow's reputation as an active and vocal Republican.
Joel Surnow is a proud right-wing conservative, and he advocates the positions that come with being a right-wing conservative. Nothing wrong with that. If this had been called Joel Surnow's view of President Kennedy, we wouldn't have said anything.